New Year resolution won't just ruin your goals, they will destroy your life. In this video, I will tell you a simple formula you can follow to reinvent yourself, show you how you can make this year the best of your life, and give you the cheat sheet you can use to get results. But hold on a second, what reinvent yourself mean in the first place? To answer that, let me tell you a story. This is Ian, he's 20 years old and doesn't know what to do with his life, to apply for a job or to be a businessman, to spend time socializing or to work for the future. Uncertain of what to do and without a plan, Ian started the first job that comes his way. But after the first month of excitement about the paycheck, doing the same thing over and over again loses its fun. The same routine, the same deadlines, the same work, in other words, death. Ian is stuck and sees no futures ahead. Eventually, he starts to feel all the negative feelings, dissatisfaction, demotivation, unproductivity, and so many more. The problem? He stopped thinking about growth. Reinvent yourself is not about becoming the most successful or richest person in the world. The idea is to break the pattern that are stopping your growth. Getting stuck in routine is very normal, but the key is to have a growth mindset, to be growth-oriented. It's a competition with yourself. Speaking of victories, let's see what strategies you can use to win every time. And honestly, I am very curious to know what you think about the tactic number 5. To reinvent yourself, the first thing you need to do is set your North Star. That means to have a vision in your life. The most important step is to have a vision to work to. And no, you don't need a 5-year to-do list. This is overwhelming and won't leave you any room for opportunity or flexibility. What you should have is an objective, something that gives you purpose. So you can start by identifying what you want to achieve. It's a dream job or a business idea. Is it personal growth? It can be anything you wish. But once you decided what that is, you need to start your journey towards achieving it. To be practical, take pen and paper and write your North Star large in the center. This will be your reminder in dark moments, but it's useless if you don't put in practice the next strategy. Because you need to step out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone can be cozy, they may feel like home, but growth doesn't happen here. It's important to step out, to face challenges and to try out new things. Most of us, including me, can rely on the things we already know. The job we have, the people we know, the skill we possess. But there's a limit to that. You need to explore, to meet new people, to expand your skill set. It's always good to keep learning and to keep growing. Back to our formula, write 3 things you could try over the next year. This may or may not have something to do with your North Star. The important thing is to identify what option you have. Adding to that, you need to remember to keep yourself open to learning new things. You are never too old or too experienced to learn from others. Learning new skills will boost your personality and your CVs. You can start by learning things that you struggle with, effective communication, public speaking. These are examples of skills that are crucial in personal life as well in professional life. In the next column, write down 3 things you need to learn to get even a little closer to your North Star. But let's make an example. Do you want to write a book? You probably need to learn how to build a story, to write engaging dialogue, and to weave characters together. This will help you make an achievable plan. Once you have identified an achievable thing to learn, you can start working toward change. But here comes the problem. It's a simple one, but it's probably what put 99% of people off. And it's this. You want a dream job? You need to start researching the things you need to work on to be the best candidate. You have a business idea? Go ahead and work on the name. This is your first step, the hardest and yet the most important one. Once you take that, you will be motivated to work. Once you think of the name of your brand, you can move to design the logo. And then, how do you want to design this product? The list goes on and on. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you will never be able to start. The point is not to be successful in the first attempt, is that you try. You make mistakes and learn. To stay practical, identify just one slot within your week that you can dedicate to the process. You need to block that time in the most absolute way, so you must choose a moment in the calendar where you are more than sure of being available. But keep in mind that persistency is crucial. Don't do the same mistake you made last year. Remaining consistent is equally important to taking the first step. There may be days when you can't give your best or you can't meet the standard you have set. That is no problem, that's life. The idea is to do what you can. If you can't work for the entire day, work for an hour. It's because it's more important about the process and the commitment you've made to yourself. That being said, it's also important to take breaks. I'm not here to promote an idea of toxic productivity. Striking a balance between work and your own life is very important. And there's the irony. You would think that all the extra time spent on work is making you productive, but it's not. It's slowly and gradually burning you out. So it's important to take breaks and have a good work-life balance. Remember that work is just one part of your life. It's not making you whole. Last but not least, celebrate your failures. No matter how small or big, remember to celebrate your failures. Cliché as it might sound, failures are really learning opportunities for you. It's inevitable to come across challenges, especially if you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Failures are not the enemy. They help you realize your mistakes and ultimately to make improvements. The last part of your paper is just for that. Write them down, note how you made mistakes. Next to each failure, write what you have learned and the promise of never make that same mistake again. There you have it, a few steps that you need to take to reinvent yourself. But I am sorry to tell you that everything I've just told you so far is completely useless. Because there are other 3 steps that are essential to follow. And if you are really interested in reinventing yourself, you should watch this video right here to discover 3 practical hacks you can apply on yourself so you will achieve outstanding results. Oh, and by the way, there was no tactic number 5.